What's up with everybody? It's boy, Life Coach Rock, Ken Rock. For those who don't know, I'm a certified life coach from the North Philadelphia section of the city. Spent 16 years of my life in federal prison. While I was in federal prison, I gained my life coaching certification. I gained my offender workforce development specialist certification, and I gained my alternative to violence certification. Since I've been home, I was enrolled at the University of Denver, just graduated for frontline leadership and management. So today I really wanted to talk to you all about vision, right? The importance of vision and how creating a vision board has helped me in my past and how I believe that it may help you in your future, right? So first, let's go to the question. The question is, what is a vision, right? What is a vision? Some people may believe that a vision is nothing, right? Or some people believe that a vision is very increment to creating the life that you want to live for yourself, right? My relationships or my understanding of vision is I always basically had one, right? When I was growing up, 15, 16, 17 years old in the streets of North Philadelphia, my vision was what I seen, right? And what I seen was people dying between the ages of 15 to 25 years old, people getting locked up, people selling drugs, struggling mothers, fatherless children, and this vision, I began to believe in the capabilities of me living within that space, right? So I had goals, I had dreams to do this, or goals and dreams to do that. But the only reality and the only vision that I was able to really believe in every single day was to become a drug dealer. So I had these ideals of people that I wanted to be like, right? I had the guys around the corner, I had my older brother, and lo and behold, I became exactly that person. 23 years old, I believe. I got shot up multiple times. 24 years old. Like I said, I got indicted by the federal government for 61 kilograms of cocaine and a bunch of money, guns, whatever. But I believe that I became that person because I had a vision to become that person. And I believe a lot of us do the same thing. And a lot of retrospects, we become what we believe we can become. And we believe we can become that person because we have a vision of what that person looked like, how that person talk, how that person think, how that person spend his or her days, right? So what I want everybody to do now is just think about not who you are today, but who it is that you want to become, because I want us all to grow a vision and create a vision board, so to say, to become that person, right? Next is vision. It is the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and wisdom, right? The ability to think about or plan the future with imagination and wisdom. So the thing about being imaginative, right? A lot of times when we come up with the things that we want to do in life, we don't imagine what we could become. We think about what we can become. And when we think about what we can become, a lot of times our mindset will limit the things that we can do. So I might say, I want to become a billionaire, right? If I imagine myself being a billionaire, I can. But if I think about myself being a billionaire, it may be some limited beliefs and things like that that hold me from really believing that I could become a billionaire, right? So I don't want you to think about what you can become. I want you to imagine what it is you can become. I want you, if you want to basically be, say you want to own 100 hair salons. Don't think about owning 100 hair salons. Imagine owning 100 hair salons. If you in a real estate, you want to own 1,000 properties. Don't think about it. Imagine it. How would your life look if you own 1,000 properties? Like, what would your day look like? It's a Saturday right now. How would you have woke up this Saturday if you imagined yourself owning 1,000 properties, right? So the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom, right? So that's boom. The next one. Question 1. This is what I want you all to write down, right? How is it that you would like to impact the lives of others? I want you to write this down. If you got like a pencil or whatever, pad, write that question. Write the answer to that question. How is it that you would like to impact the lives of others? Would you like to impact them positively? Would you like to help, be an assistance to people? Would you like to feed people? Would you like to educate people? Would you like to help people feel more confident in themselves? How is it that you would like to impact the lives of others? For me, I would like to impact the lives of others by helping others understand that you can be more than what you see on a daily basis. Going back into me a little bit more, like growing up, I started to believe that the only thing that I could become is what I seen other people becoming. And now that I know that that's a limited belief and a limited thought, and a lot of people who grew up the way that I grew up feel the same way, I want to be the person that inspire and motivate as well as educate others to know that that's not the reality. That's the way that we perceive reality. I want people to know that you can be more than what you see on a daily basis. So that's how I would like to impact the lives of others. So the question is, how would you? Next question. What are some things that you would like or would love for others to know about you? What are some things that you would love for others to know about you? Right? A lot of times in life, we may walk around with the perceived notion that, oh, this person don't like me or this person don't like me or whatever the case may be. But really, the energy and all that and the power lies in you, right? Because what you display is who you are. So a person might think, oh, I'm nothing but, an ex-drug dealer, convicted felon. People talk, they talk, you know what I mean? Things like that. But what I would love others people to know about me is that I'm a very, driven, sincere, and heartfelt person. You know what I mean? I care about others. So everything that my life may tell you is not what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you this through my actions. I'm going to tell you this through my dialogue. I'm going to tell you this through my goals, the way that I'll impact others. So the question remains, what are some things that you would like for others to know about you? And I would like for others to know about me, that I care about the well-being of them at the same level that I care about the well-being of me. So next. Question number 3. What are some activities that you would love to add to your life or continue to do within your life? What are some activities that you would love to add to your life or continue to do within your life, right? So this is your action. Like a lot of people say, I want to exercise, especially being in, the beginning of 2023. A lot of people want to exercise, right? But do you see yourself exercising? And this is where vision board can come into play too, because now you can see yourself doing the actual work. And like a lot of times you might see people put up, I'm put up a joint with a 6-pack or whatever. But it's more important or more impactful when you put up the vision of you doing the work to get that 6-pack, right? You doing that activity, like you see her right there, she's running. So that could be a part of your vision board, just a person running. So when you see that vision board, it's like, dang, I know, it's like holding yourself accountable. I suppose I had put that into my regimen, like running or exercising and things like that. So what are some activities that you would love to add to your life or continue within your life? Me personally, I would love to get back on my routine of waking up early in the morning, getting out there running. I had wound up moving, so I given myself the excuses that I really don't know the area or whatever. But this is something that I would love to add back into my life. Me running, 2 miles every other day at the least, So the question is for you. What are some activities that you would love to add to your life or continue to do within your life? Next question. What is one thing in your life that you would absolutely love to experience? One thing in your life that you would absolutely love to experience, right? So this is something that, we don't think about every day either. Like, so for instance, me, if I was to answer this question, it would be like, I really want to experience, first and foremost, I want to experience the Hajj in Mecca. And just, I've read so much about it and understand the history of it to the level that I do. It's like I really, really want to experience that. And if I really do want to experience that, like I say, then like, where is my schedule or where is my routine to get me to experience that? And that's where I need to hold myself accountable at, right? Another thing that I want to experience is I really want to, I want to feel the sands of West Africa. You know what I mean? I want to like feel that soil. I want to walk on those beaches of West Africa, the place where my ancestors are derived from, and I really just want to feel that space and hear the sounds of the ocean and just feel that energy there, because I'm sure that it's going to be very impactful for me to be back hundreds of years later from where one of my ancestors or maybe both of my ancestors or was taken from, and I want to, re-arrive. So that's something that I really want to experience. So the question is for you though, what is one thing in your life that you would absolutely love to experience? Question 5, right? What are your relationship goals? How would you like to communicate, spend quality time, and how is it that you would like to be remembered by them, right? Your relationship goals. And the relationship could be with your significant other, it could be with your kids, it could be with your mom, your family, or whatever. It's a great question for me, because I am married. And one of the biggest things for me coming home and being in a relationship has been like my emotional impact, like the way that my emotions impact others and the way that I allow other people's emotions to impact me. So if I was to answer this question, what are my relationship goals? How would I like to communicate, spend quality time, and how is it that I would like to be remembered by? I would like to communicate at a high level. I would like to communicate to my wife that, I love her, you know what I mean, more. I would like to, for her to understand that she has been such a strong impact to me in my journey back into reentry into life. And sometimes my actions and my thoughts or even, my communication doesn't communicate that to her. So I need to get better at that and look for a relevant plan of action to actually do that. Second, quality time, that's another thing. Just finding spaces to spend quality time, because a lot of times what I learned with a relationship is that the way that I define quality time and the way that she define quality time is not the same thing. So maybe just getting a better understanding on what quality time means for both of us, and that could be within the vision board as well. And the last one is, how would I like to be remembered? I would like to be remembered, most importantly, by my wife, as a person who loved her and would have done anything for her. And I would like to be remembered by my kids as a man, you know what I mean? And sometimes, what I learned about the relationship with my kids is that everything is not peaches and cream or peanut butter and jelly. It don't always go together. My mindset and their mindsets are completely different. But if I wanted to be remembered by anything by them, it would be that I was always there for them, most importantly. So these are my answers to these questions. And I advise you to answer the questions yourself, right? So the next one. Question number 6. What are some words that inspire you? So now it's a part in your vision board now where you look for words that inspire you, right? Words that inspire me are words like motivation, king, great, work hard, grind, it's a comeback story, attack today. These are the words that cause me to action, right? So what are the words that call you to actions? If you look in the magazine, what words will pop off the page, right? What are the words that inspire you, right? You want to find those. Question number 7. What is your affirmation? For those who don't know, affirmation is how you affirm yourself. And a lot of times in life, we allow others to define us or affirm us, right? For, like I said, when I was in prison, my number was 625-066, and actual guards or actual the facility within itself would define me as that, would affirm me as a number. So it became my responsibility to affirm myself. So I affirm myself as a father. I affirm myself as an incarcerated man. I affirm myself as a student. I affirm myself as a father, as a husband, as a life coach, as a king, you know what I mean, as a man. It's because if you allow other people to affirm you and you start to believe that you are what other people describe you as being, then you are exactly that. And a lot of times that's what we do. Because whatever you put me after I am, you are, right? So if I am a father, then I am a father. If I am a drug dealer, then I am a drug dealer. If I am a goon, then I'm a goon. You know what I mean? So these words mean more than just words. They are very impactful. You're not just speaking to others, you're speaking, most importantly, to yourself. So how do you affirm yourself? What is your affirmation? So, with all that said, you might be wondering, like, why am I so passionate, or why do I believe that a vision board is something that we can do, or vision is or why do I believe that vision is important to our lives, right? So, I'm gonna show y'all all this vision board. This is the vision board that I had while I was in prison. I created it while I was in prison. You see, I used to have this vision board on my locker in my cell. And I used to have my locker open. I used to look at this while I was doing my work. You know, when I'm reading a 900-page book on just like studying life coaching or studying psychological work or emotional intelligence or goal setting, any type of work that I had to muster to and study, I would look at this vision board and it would give me my will, my passion, and my reason as to why I was studying, right? These are the things that I wanted to accomplish when I came home. And for the majority of them, I have already accomplished these things within 11 months of being home after close to 16 years in prison. So the first one you see, commitment. Commitment, I am a married man, you know what I mean? I came home, being married was very important to me. Like I wanted to display those characteristics as a man to my kids, first and foremost. And I wanted to experience like true love. Like I wanted to be married, and I didn't see all the trials and tribulations that come with marriage. However, I am married. You know what I mean? I have accomplished that. And I continue to like build through the muck of marriage, you know what I mean? With the goal of one day being old, looking at each other and telling each other, damn, we made it. You know what I mean? We committed to ourselves, to each other and all our shortcomings, and we remain as a union. And this is something that I want to do, and this is something that I'm in the verge of doing, right? The second one is enjoyment. Throughout life, I have not enjoyed myself on like a beach or nothing yet, but I have found my pockets of enjoyment. I have found my spaces where I just enjoy myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm enjoy, as they say when they break the word down. Like some people different people enjoy themselves in different ways. Sometimes I look at the gram, people partying, going to concerts, dancing, or whatever it may be. This is how you enjoy yourself. It's up to you to define that and find those spaces where you can be enjoyed. You know what I mean? Stability. You see that the word stability. This was very, very, very important to me. I wanted to come home and stabilize my home base because, as I said before, I'm very conscious of the spaces that I occupy. And I wanted my space to be stable, and not just stable, but also positive, also creative, and also a space where I'm able to like have that, solitude within it as well. And this was a representation of that stability. Work has been something that I have really been focused on too. I wanted to come home and I wanted to work. And for some people, I told them, but when I first came home, I got a job. I was getting $100 a week, $9 an hour, 16 hours a week. But I was going to work not about the money, or not for the money. I was going to work to go to work. I wanted to experience that, and I did experience it. I got from that job to another job, to a better job, to a better job. You know what I mean? And now I'm at the point now where I came to the point where I'll allow work to work for me and not me to work for work, if that makes sense. And to some people it will. Service is another thing that I was very big and wanted to do when I came home. I wanted to serve my community. I found spaces, I found connections where I was able to do that, and I am able to do that. Um, Giving back as far as like school, back to school drives, feeding the community, bringing healthy food inside the community for free, passing out food for free, volunteering for certain community organizations for free, helping other community organizations gain grant money. I have been serviceable to my community since I've been home. Um, Another thing is purpose. That's one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to provide purposeful information to my community, to the youth. Like if you see now, if you look at this vision right here, and then you look at this right here, this is me at a men's group when I was doing a men's group once a week in the month of November for Unique Dreams up in Frankfurt. And this is just popping off, you know what I mean? It's very impactful when I look at it. Fatherhood. Being a father has been a trial for me. I got 3 sons and a stepson, 14, 15, 16, 21. And fatherhood is very important to me. It's my biggest trial. It's my purpose. I wanted to come home to my kids and just be an example of the opposite of what they see. Or maybe even what they heard about me. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm living up in their eyes, but I'm doing my best as a father. Excellence, it's a Porsche there, but the Porsche just represents the whole term of excellence. I'm not a materialistic person at all. It don't matter if I'm pushing a Porsche or pushing a Ford. Honestly, I'm one of those boys from back, 1080 thing, ride clean. That's just me. But the Porsche represents excellence in the form of always looking to achieve more. Whether that's being a better father, being a better husband, being a better life coach, being a better employer, being a better employee, being a better friend, brother, son, or whatever that case may be. I just want to be excellent to the best of my capabilities to be so. So with that said, that was the class for the day. It was how to create a vision board. So my instructions would be to you is, find some magazines or find some pictures on, the internet or whatever, and answer those questions, and then craft your vision board. Whatever you want to do, if you can see it, then, the old notion is if you can see it, then you can achieve it. And if you believe it, then you will achieve it. So that's my thing for you, because I am living out the vision board that I had in prison. It's about time now that I create another one for me as a free man. And I encourage you all to do the same, as well as attack the day. One.